The Meg, the 2018 blockbuster that brought the prehistoric shark Megalodon to life on the big screen. The image of a massive shark dwarfing great whites and terrorizing beachgoers has captivated audiences worldwide. But what if, instead of a giant shark, the star of the show had been a monstrous marine reptile? You might think the most likely candidate would be the famous Mosasaurus, thanks to its starring role in the Jurassic World franchise. However, there's another prehistoric sea monster that could give both Megalodon and Mosasaurus a run for their money: Plesiosaurus, the apex predator of the Jurassic seas. The story of Plesiosaurus begins in the mid-19th century in England. In 1841, Richard Owen, the same paleontologist who coined the term dinosauria, described the first Plesiosaurus remains. These initial fossils were fragmentary, mostly vertebrae and teeth, but they hinted at a creature of immense size and power. As more fossils were unearthed across Europe and later in North and South America, a clearer picture of this Jurassic giant emerged. Multiple species of Plesiosaurus have been identified, with Plesiosaurus funki, discovered in Svalbard, Norway, being among the largest. Plesiosaurus belonged to a group of marine reptiles called Plesiosaurs, which dominated the world's oceans for over 135 million years, from the Triassic to the end of the Cretaceous period. Specifically, Plesiosaurus was part of the Plesiosaurid family, characterized by their relatively short necks and massive heads. Despite their superficial resemblance to modern reptiles like crocodiles, Plesiosaurs were a completely distinct lineage. They were more closely related to modern tuataras than to lizards or crocodiles. Their closest living relatives today are actually birds and crocodiles, with whom they share a common ancestor from the early Triassic period. Plesiosaurus wasn't just big, it was colossal. The largest species, Plesiosaurus funki, is estimated to have reached lengths of up to 40 to 50 feet, or 12 to 15 meters, while this is smaller than the largest estimates for Megalodon, which range up to 60 feet. It's important to remember that Plesiosaurus had a very different body shape. Unlike the streamlined form of a shark, Plesiosaurus had a stout, barrel-shaped body with 4 powerful flippers. Its head alone could measure up to 2.5 meters or 8 feet in length. That's longer than many humans are tall. The entire front third of a Plesiosaurus's body length was taken up by its enormous skull. Weight estimates for Plesiosaurus are less certain due to the incomplete nature of many fossils, but some paleontologists suggest the largest individuals could have weighed up to 45 tons or 40,000 kilograms. That's similar to the weight of a modern adult sperm whale. To put this size into perspective, if you were to remake the Meg with Plesiosaurus as the star, you'd have a predator that could easily swallow a great white shark whole. Imagine a creature with the body mass of a whale, but with the predatory adaptations of a crocodile, and you're starting to get a picture of what Plesiosaurus was like. What made Plesiosaurus truly nightmarish wasn't just its size, but its specialized adaptations for hunting and killing large prey. The most striking feature of Plesiosaurus was its enormous skull, packed with powerful muscles and lined with massive teeth. The Plesiosaurus skull was a formidable weapon. Some of the largest Plesiosaurus teeth measure over 30 centimeters, or 12 inches in length, as big as a standard ruler. These weren't just any teeth, either. Plesiosaurus teeth were conical and sharp, with ridges running along their length. This design allowed them to pierce and hold on to slippery prey like fish and squid, but they were also strong enough to crunch through the bones of other marine reptiles. The bite force of Plesiosaurus has been estimated to be up to 33,000 pounds per square inch at the tip of its largest teeth. This dwarfs the bite force of even the largest modern predators. For comparison, a saltwater crocodile, which has the strongest bite of any living animal, tops out at around 3,700 psi. Even Tyrannosaurus rex, with its bone-crushing bite, is estimated to have had a bite force of only about 8,000 psi. Unlike the megalodon, which would have swum like modern sharks using its tail for propulsion, Plesiosaurus had a completely different mode of locomotion. Its four large flippers were used in a flying motion, similar to how sea turtles swim today. This method of swimming, combined with its large muscular body, likely made Plesiosaurus capable of short bursts of incredible speed. Plesiosaurus also had large eyes, suggesting good vision, which would have been crucial for hunting in the sometimes murky Jurassic seas. Some paleontologists have suggested that Plesiosaurus might have had a pineal organ, or third eye on the top of its head, which could have helped with light detection and navigation. With its size and adaptations, Plesiosaurus was undoubtedly the apex predator of its time. Its diet likely consisted of a wide variety of large marine animals, including other marine reptiles. Smaller plesiosaurs, ichthyosaurs, and even other pliosaurs were all potential prey. Large fish, including prehistoric sharks and bony fish. Cephalopods. Giant squid-like creatures were common in Jurassic seas and would have been prime targets. Marine crocodiles. Yes, even other top predators weren't safe from Plesiosaurus. The hunting strategy of Plesiosaurus was likely similar to that of modern crocodiles, but on a much larger scale. It probably ambushed its prey from below, using its powerful flippers to accelerate quickly and snap its massive jaws shut on its victim. The immense bite force would have caused catastrophic damage, likely killing or severely wounding prey instantly. In the Meg-style movie featuring Plesiosaurus, you could imagine scenes of this enormous predator bursting from the depths to snatch larger prey from the surface, or engaging in epic battles with other massive marine reptiles. The action would be no less thrilling than shark attacks, but with the added terror of a creature that could also haul itself partly onto land to snatch shore-dwelling animals. Plesiosaurus lived during the late Jurassic period, approximately 150 to 145 million years ago. During this time, the world looked very different from today. The supercontinent Pangaea was breaking apart, creating vast shallow seas teeming with marine life. This wide distribution suggests that Plesiosaurus was a cosmopolitan genus, able to traverse open oceans and adapt to various marine environments. It likely preferred shallow epicontinental seas, where its size would have been less of a hindrance than in the open ocean. To truly understand Plesiosaurus, we need to consider the world it lived in. The Jurassic seas were very different from modern oceans. They were generally warmer and had higher sea levels, creating extensive shallow seas over what are now continents. Plesiosaurus, like many other Jurassic marine reptiles, didn't survive into the Cretaceous period. The genus seems to have gone extinct around 145 million years ago. The reasons for its extinction are not entirely clear, but may include 1. Climate change. The end of the Jurassic saw significant climate shifts which altered marine ecosystems. 2. Competition. The rise of new marine predators, including more advanced sharks and mosasaurs, may have outcompeted Plesiosaurus. 3. Changes in prey availability. Shifts in the populations of preferred prey items could have made it difficult for such a large predator to sustain itself. While Plesiosaurus itself went extinct, the pliosaur body plan continued to be successful. Other genera of large pliosaurs, like Kronosaurus and Predator X, continued into the Cretaceous period. The legacy of Plesiosaurus lives on in our understanding of Jurassic marine ecosystems and the evolution of marine reptiles. Its fossils provide valuable insights into the diversity of life in ancient oceans and the incredible adaptations that evolved in marine predators. While not as famous as some other prehistoric creatures, Plesiosaurus has made appearances in documentaries and books about prehistoric life. It's often featured as one of the apex predators of the Jurassic seas, showcasing the diversity of marine reptiles that existed alongside dinosaurs. In many ways, Plesiosaurus captures the public imagination similarly to Megalodon. Both represent super predators that dwarf anything alive today, tapping into our fascination with giant, powerful beasts from the past. If we were to replace the Megalodon in the Meg with Plesiosaurus, how would it compare? In many ways, Plesiosaurus could be an even more terrifying antagonist. Bite force. Plesiosaurus likely had a significantly stronger bite than Megalodon, capable of crushing bones and shells with ease. Unlike Megalodon, which was confined to the water, Plesiosaurus could potentially haul itself partly onto land for short periods, adding a new dimension of terror for beachgoers. Appearance: with its huge head, enormous teeth, and reptilian features, Plesiosaurus might appear even more monstrous to modern eyes than a giant shark. Compared to modern predators, Plesiosaurus is in a league of its own. It dwarfs the largest living predatory fish, the great white shark, and outclasses even the largest toothed whale, the sperm whale, in terms of predatory adaptations. So the next time you're at the beach, feeling nervous about going into the water after watching the Meg, take a moment to imagine something even more intimidating. A predator with a head twice the size of a great white shark, teeth as long as your forearm, and a bite that could snap a small boat in half. That's the kind of creature Plesiosaurus was, a true sea monster that made even the mighty Megalodon look tame by comparison.